Hello, it's me, I'm back. Just firstly, I want to say what fucking game that was. But I've seen so many opinions online saying Anthony Taylor, bald nonce, he's made that decision, he's done that, and I just want to share my honest opinion as a Spurs fan to show you what I think of it. Right, where do I start? I'm going to start at the beginning. The Bentancur challenge on Kai Havertz? Right, in my opinion, might be a bit controversial. It's not foul. He's won the ball. He hasn't purposely gone for the man, in my opinion. If he maybe got the ball and stuck his leg up, purposely tripped him over, yeah, 100% that's a foul. But he didn't. He made connection with the ball first before he went for Kai Havertz. The referee was right there, saw him touch the ball, and I just don't think it's a foul. I really don't. I think Kai Havertz tripped over him at the end. That's his fucking fault. But yeah, it's just not a foul in my opinion. We then slowly keep possession. We eventually give it back to Chelsea, and then Chelsea give it back to us, and then we proceed to score. So they couldn't disallow it because it was nowhere near in the passage of play that we scored in. So in my opinion, the goal stands. Right, the Cucurella hair pull. This goal should not stand. It's an absolute howler of a performance from VAR and Anthony Taylor. It's an awful decision, really. But VAR can't give yellow cards. They have to give straight reds, and if they were to give a straight red for anything in that situation, it's violent conduct. But VAR checked it and said there was no violent conduct in that situation. The only way I can sort of back up Romero there is that he tried to go for his shirt, I guess, pull him, which is absolute bullshit. But that's the only reason I could think of why VAR's not really given that, or anyone's given that, to be honest. It is violent conduct, violent hair pull. But I did hear something on, what was it, Match of the Day the other night, that hair pulling's not in the book. Like, there's a bit in the rule book for shirt pulling, I don't know, punching, things like that, but hair pulling is not in, like, the rule book of football in the Premier League. It's 100% at least a yellow card. I'm surprised Anthony Taylor didn't intervene there, and it could have easily been a red if VAR wasn't a bunch of 3-year-olds. But I think it could have also had something to do about Cucurella being nowhere near the ball. Like, Romero, yeah, of course he's blocking him from getting there, but Cucurella was nowhere near the ball in that situation. But that's still no reason why he didn't at least get a yellow card or get sent off. But yeah, as I said, VAR can only give red cards, and if they didn't think it was a red card, they can't just give yellows, they can only give red cards. So it then proceeded to go to a corner in which Perisic whipped in a left foot cross and Kane headed it home into the bottom left. Before I go on to talk about the managers, I would like to mention the incident that led to the Reece James goal. It was when Kalidou Koulibaly pushed over a Spurs player. I still can't remember who it was, but he pushed him over in like the build-up, literally like 5 seconds before Chelsea scored, and due to that, every Spurs defender was out of position. And it did kind of remind me of when Mikel Antonio pushed over that Nottingham Forest player. Obviously, it wasn't as extreme, but he did forcefully push him over in front and then pass it to Sterling, who laid it off to Reece James, who scored. So I'm surprised that wasn't looked at as a foul in the build-up. Nobody even mentioned that. I've seen on Twitter, nobody's mentioned that on Twitter or anything like that. Right, the moment we've all been waiting for, talking about the managers. I've absolutely hated Thomas Tuchel for years. There was this incident, it was such a small incident, but it's when a ball went out for a Spurs throw-in, but because Tuchel was so fucking animated on the touchline saying, I saw a ball, Chelsea ended up getting the ball. We saw on the replay, it was nowhere near a Chelsea throw-in, but it's just little things like that. The arrogance of that man is just disgusting. In the first incident, when Conte celebrated, I think, yeah, they both deserved to get yellow cards in that situation. When Tuchel ran down the touchline thinking he's fucking Jose Mourinho, was actually hilarious. He did deserve to get a second yellow there, because you get a yellow card if you leave the technical area. So technically, he should have been sent off then. Right, the final incident is this video when Tuchel just didn't fucking let go of Conte's hand, saying, look me in the eyes when you fucking handshake me. But literally the amount of things on fucking Twitter I've seen of clips of him not looking like different managers in the eyes when he's shaking their hand. He just tried to do it to look like a big man. It's just holding on to little things that just don't matter, and he doesn't abide by. Conte just tried to keep his head down and not let the situation escalate, because he knew that it would probably lead to him arguing with Tuchel. But the thing is, Conte didn't actually do anything. He just got angry that Tuchel didn't let go of his hand, which is completely understandable, and it pisses me off because I seriously don't think Conte should have been sent off in that situation. I saw this guy on Twitter saying Conte was disrespectful for not looking Tuchel in the eyes like a human with manners should. Fucking hell, people are clutching on straws. It's not a fucking job interview, mate. Plus, Tuchel hadn't looked into people's eyes before. I've seen it happen in clips. I did forget to mention this when I was talking about Cucurella incident, but Cucurella did foul Romero multiple times before in that game, and even stood on his thigh with studs, so I guess he got his own back on the mop.